let me start with a truth bomb most women never get told. Men don't just want sex. They want anticipation. They want to be seduced, taste, unraveled piece by piece before anything even really starts. The biggest mistake so many couples make is skipping foreplay or rushing through it, thinking it's just some optional warm up. But for men, real foreplay is like oxygen. It's what makes them feel alive, wanted, craved. And the crazy thing is, most men won't ever tell you what they actually want in foreplay because they're scared of sounding too needy, too particular, or like they're asking for too much. But here's the truth. There are 5 moves that men secretly beg for, even if they don't have the courage to say it out loud. And once you learn them, you'll not only make him lose his mind with pleasure, but you'll also make him addicted to you because you'll be giving him what most people never do. So let's talk about the first move, teasing him with your presence before you even touch him. Men are visual creatures, yes, but more than that, they're addicted to the build-up. When you lean in close without quite kissing him, when you brush your lips over his skin but don't commit, when your hands hover over his body like you're about to grab him but instead you pull away, that is the kind of torture men live for. Why? Because it spikes his dopamine. It keeps him chasing. It makes every nerve in his body scream for more. Foreplay is about making him ache for your touch, not giving it all at once. Think about whispering something playful in his ear, grazing your nails down his arm, letting your breath dance over his neck, and then pulling back with a smile. That little moment alone will make him feel more desired than anything else because it tells him you're not just giving yourself away, you're making him earn it. And that thrill drives him crazy. The second move men beg for, but rarely say out loud, is confident exploration of his chest and torso. Most women jump straight for the obvious, but here's the secret: his chest, his ribs, the space just below his belly button. These are highways of sensation that most partners ignore. Run your fingers down slowly, trace circles around his nipples, kiss your way down his sternum while your nails lightly scrape his sides. Men don't talk about this because they think women will find it odd. But trust me, when you explore his body like you're savoring every inch of it, he feels worshipped. And for a man, that feeling is intoxicating. It makes him feel like he's not just a body to you, but a landscape you can't get enough of. That changes the whole dynamic of intimacy. It makes him want to give back twice as much. Now, the third move is one that will blow his mind if you do it right: whispered words combined with touch. Men are starved for verbal affirmation during intimacy. Women often underestimate how much men crave to be talked to, teased, told what they do to you. Imagine this: your hand is stroking him slowly, but instead of silence, you lean in and whisper, "I love watching you lose control like this," or "You have no idea how crazy you make me." The combination of physical stimulation with psychological arousal is like nitro fuel to a man's brain. You're not just touching his body, you're penetrating his mind. And when you do that, he doesn't just feel pleasure, he feels wanted, admired, devoured. That is the kind of foreplay that sticks with him forever, because it's not just about his body, it's about his ego, his masculinity, his need to feel like he drives you wild. The fourth move men beg for is playful dominance. Now, don't get it twisted. This doesn't mean you need to tie him up or go 50 shades on him unless that's your thing. It's about moments of control that flip the script, straddling him and pinning his hands above his head, pushing him back against the wall with a grin, holding his chin and making him look at you while you kiss him slow. These small acts of dominance send a powerful signal. They say, "I want you so much that I'm taking what's mine." That is unbelievably hot for men because it allows them to let go of control, to stop performing, to surrender. And when you take control like that, you give him a kind of freedom he rarely experiences. It's liberating, it's arousing, and it will make him crave more of you because you've taken him somewhere he doesn't usually get to go. And finally, the fifth move men beg for is attention to his most neglected zones. Everyone focuses on the obvious, but his thighs, his hips, the back of his neck, the inside of his wrists, these are areas bursting with nerve endings. When you kiss the inside of his thigh without going further, when you drag your nails over his hip bones, when you bite the spot just below his ear, he will lose his mind. These little touches aren't just physically arousing, they're psychological bombs. They tell him, "I know your secrets. I know the spots that make you weak." That level of attention makes him feel completely undone because no one else takes the time to explore him like that. And when you're the one who does, he'll crave you like a drug. Here's the thing about foreplay: it's not just a set of actions, It's an energy you bring into the room. It's the difference between checking a box and creating an experience that lingers in his memory long after. So when I told you about those 5 moves men beg for, I wasn't just giving you a list of tricks. I was opening the door to an entirely new way of thinking about intimacy, where every moment is about building anticipation, layering sensations, and making him feel like he's never been wanted like this before. Let's go deeper into each one, because when you understand not just what to do, but how and why to do it, you become unstoppable. The first move, teasing him with your presence before you even touch him, is about psychological arousal. Most men are touch-driven, but their minds are just as powerful as their bodies. When you hover your lips over his neck without actually kissing, when you lean close enough for him to feel your breath, but not close enough for him to taste you, you're igniting his imagination. And imagination is the most erotic thing of all. Think about it. He's picturing what it will feel like when you finally give in. He's filling in the blanks with his fantasies, and that anticipation is what drives him wild. To do this right, you need patience. Don't rush. Play with silence. Look into his eyes, smirk and pull back. Brush your fingers over his skin but retreat just before he grabs your hand. That game of almost, but not yet, creates a hunger so deep that by the time you do finally touch him, he'll feel it 10 times more intensely. That's how you turn a kiss into an explosion, by making him wait for it. The second move, exploring his chest and torso, is about making him feel like his body is more than just a tool. Men spend their whole lives being told they're supposed to perform, to deliver, to give. Rarely do they get to feel like they're the ones being savored, admired, worshipped. When you trace your tongue over his chest, when you drag your nails lightly down his stomach, when you kiss across his ribs or bite softly at his pecs, you're telling him, I love your body, I love every inch of you. That message is so rare for men that it almost short-circuits them. Add to that the fact that the nerves in those areas are deeply connected to his arousal, and you're not just making him feel good, you're making him feel wanted. The more detail you give here, the better. Don't just graze past, take your time, circle his nipples with your tongue, blow air over the wetness, and watch how his whole body shivers. These are the small, overlooked things that make him lose control, because they show you're paying attention to more than just the obvious. Now, the third move, whispered words combined with touch, is where you truly get inside his head. Men are starving for words during intimacy, but they won't ask for it. They won't say, tell me how much you want me, because they're scared it'll sound vain or needy. But when you take the initiative and speak your desire, you tap into one of his deepest needs, to feel like he's driving you crazy. As you stroke him slowly, don't stay silent. Lean close and say things like, I love watching you like this, or I can't get enough of you. Match the pace of your words to the pace of your touch. Tease him verbally the same way you tease him physically. Sometimes say something and then pause, leaving him hanging just like you do with your hands. The words make the physical 10 times more powerful, because they validate his masculinity, his ability to turn you on, his place as your focus. When he hears you talk like that, it's not just erotic, it's affirming. He feels admired, and that admiration is addictive. The fourth move, playful dominance, is about flipping the script. Men are so used to carrying the weight of being in control that when you take charge, it's like handing them a gift. It tells him, relax. Tonight, I'm leading. Straddle him, pin his wrists above his head, kiss him slow and deep while holding him there. Push him gently against the wall. Grab his chin and make him look at you. Say, you're mine tonight. These aren't just hot moves, they're liberating. Because for once, he gets to let go of performance, let go of responsibility, and surrender to you. And surrender is one of the most erotic experiences a man can have. It makes him trust you on a deeper level, because he's given up control and relying on you to guide him. That's why playful dominance is so powerful. It builds not only arousal, but also intimacy. And if you sprinkle it in unexpectedly, in moments he doesn't see coming, it will shock him in the best possible way. He'll never forget it. Finally, the fifth move, attention to neglected zones, is about mastery. Most people touch the obvious. Few take the time to explore. But if you want to make him lose control, you need to treat his body like a map full of hidden treasures. The inside of his thighs, that's where you can tease without going further, making him throb with anticipation. The hip bones, that sharp edge of bone is incredibly sensitive when kissed or nibbled. The back of his neck, drag your nails there, bite softly, breathe hot air against it, he'll melt. Even his wrists, his earlobes, the space behind his knees, Every overlooked spot you kiss or touch tells him, I know secrets about you that no one else knows. That kind of intimacy makes him feel exposed in the most delicious way, and it makes him crave more because it's not just about pleasure, it's about being understood. You're showing him that you know him better than anyone else, and that's intoxicating. Here's the deeper layer. Foreplay is not about performing a checklist. It's not about rushing to get him hard so you can move to the main event. It's about creating an atmosphere, a playground of sensation where time doesn't exist. Foreplay is the art of slowing down, of building pressure, and he can't take it anymore. And when you master that art, you don't just give him sex, you give him an experience. You give him something he will replay in his mind every time he thinks of you. That's why men beg for these moves in secret. They're not just about pleasure. They're about being wanted, admired, and craved in a way that most men never get to feel. Here's the truth nobody says out loud. Men don't just crave foreplay because it feels good. They crave it because of what it represents. Foreplay, done right, tells a man, you're worth slowing down for. You're worth savoring. And that message is intoxicating. It's not just his body responding, it's his mind, his heart, his entire sense of self. That's why when you put these 5 moves together, it doesn't just make him lose control, it makes him bond with you on a level that sex alone could never achieve. Let's imagine it in motion. You start with the tease. You lean in, your lips hovering just close enough for him to ache, but you don't give him the kiss yet. You smile, pull back, let him chase. Already, you've flipped a switch inside of him. He's craving, his dopamine is spiking. Then as he tries to reach for you, you glide your fingers over his chest, down his torso, across his ribs, slow, deliberate, exploratory. Suddenly, he feels like you're not just kissing him, you're discovering him. You're admiring every inch of him. His body isn't just a tool for sex, it's a canvas for your desire. And that realization, it makes him melt. Now, as you move further, you add words. You don't stay silent. You whisper, you tease, you let your breath tickle his ear as you say, I love watching you like this, or you make me crazy. The words combine with the touch, feeding his ego, his masculinity, his hunger to be your desire. You're not just stroking his skin, you're stroking his pride, his sense of worth. That's when he looks at you differently, not just as his lover, but as the woman who knows exactly how to make him feel like the most powerful man alive. Then, just when he thinks he's got the rhythm figured out, you flip the script. You push him back, straddle him, grab his wrists and pin them above his head. You smile, and in that moment he realizes he's not the one in control anymore. He's yours. And that's surrender. That's freedom. Because men spend so much of their lives performing, proving, holding it together. But in your arms in that moment, he doesn't have to perform, he just has to feel. That's why playful dominance is so addictive. It gives him permission to let go, to be consumed by you. And then you finish it by going after the spots he never knew could drive him insane. His thighs, his hips, the back of his neck, his wrists, his ears. You explore like an artist painting a masterpiece. You kiss, you nibble, you graze, and each time you do, he realizes you know him better than anyone else. You've found the secrets others missed. And that's not just pleasure, it's intimacy. It's the sense that you see him, that you understand him, that you're willing to explore him completely. Now here's the key when you combine all 5 moves. It's not about doing them in a sequence like a recipe. It's about weaving them together fluidly, intuitively, based on his reactions. You tease, then you touch, then you talk, then you take control, then you explore, and you circle back again. You mix and match, you escalate and pull back, you play with rhythm. That unpredictability keeps his brain on fire. It keeps him guessing, chasing, craving. And the more you do that, the more he associates you with the most thrilling experiences of his life. That's how desire is built. It's not through routine. It's through surprise, variety, and emotional depth. And here's something most women don't realize. When you give a man foreplay like this, you're not just making him physically addicted to you, you're bonding him emotionally. Because men don't open up through words the way women often do. They open up through experiences. When you give him an experience that makes him feel wanted, admired, crave, surrendered, and understood, you're giving him the emotional intimacy he doesn't even know he's searching for. He will start to associate you with safety, with release, with freedom. And that is powerful because it makes him feel not just attracted to you, but connected to you on a soul deep level. Think about it. Anyone can give him sex. but not everyone can give him the experience of being truly seen and desired. That's what these foreplay moves are really about. They're not tricks, they're not hacks, they're doorways into deeper connection. And when you master them, you stop being just another lover, you become unforgettable. You become the woman he compares everyone else to. You become the standard. So if you've ever wondered, how do I make him addicted to me? How do I make him crave me long after the night is over? This is the answer. It's not about being perfect or looking like a fantasy or doing something extreme. It's about slowing down, paying attention, playing with his mind as much as his body, and daring to explore him in ways nobody else does. That combination is irresistible. That's why men beg for these moves, even if they'll never say it out loud. And here's the part that changes everything when you bring this kind of energy to your intimacy. He's not the only one who benefits, because as he starts to open up, to surrender, to crave, you'll feel it too. You'll feel his hunger, his appreciation, his desire bouncing back at you. And that feedback loop, that's where true passion is born. That's how intimacy stops being routine and becomes an adventure every time. That's when both of you stop just having sex and start creating moments that will be etched into your memory forever. So the next time you're with him, don't rush, don't skip, don't default to the obvious. Remember these 5 moves, remember the power of foreplay, and watch what happens. Watch how he looks at you differently. Watch how he holds you tighter. Watch how he craves you long after. Because at the end of the day, that's what he really wants, not just release, but the kind of intimacy that makes him feel alive, seen and utterly consumed by you. And if this opened your eyes, if it made you think differently about what real intimacy feels like, then don't let it stop here. Hit that subscribe button right now, because this is only the beginning. Every single week, I give you deeper insights, the secrets men wish they could tell you but never will, and the moves that make love not just physical, but unforgettable. Leave me a comment below and tell me what's the one move you're most excited to try, or the one that surprised you the most tonight. I want to hear your story, because your voice matters, and this is a community where we learn from each other. And share this with someone who deserves to feel more connected, because let's face it, too many people settle for ordinary when they could have extraordinary. Don't be one of them. Be bold, be curious, and keep discovering how powerful you really are in love and intimacy. Subscribe, turn on the bell, and let me keep guiding you to the kind of connection that makes men not just want you, but never forget you. This isn't just about sex, it's about passion, confidence, and creating the love life you've always wanted. Let's build that together.